Good morning. I'm always talking about fucking the Haiti shit and Hillary Clinton eating babies and stuff. I figured it'd be like, ooh, I'm sweating my ass off. I'd be like, dumb bitch. I found a video, someone, and I figured we'd go over it. So let's get on that.
Hillary Clinton downplayed the emails and even poked fun at the pizza sex trafficking scandal she was all wrapped up in. And of course she had to. There has been so much evidence piling up against her and Bill Clinton that
in order to get get ahead of a lie, you have to like self-own it a little bit. It's weird how that works. As long as you have like the Mockingbird media, it's easy to sell a lie. To discredit people for saying crazy thoughts.
People from all over America are still to this day calling for her arrest. And the fact they have not been arrested shows how much power they really have. There is a well-known saying, follow the money. And that holds true when investigating Pizzagate. But when tracking down these Luciferian pedophiles, you have to follow their symbols. It's their footprint. It's how they communicate. We start with politics and prose. It was exposed in an email sent from James Alefantis to John Podesta.
In the same DC area as Comet Ping Pong and Best of Pizza, it's called Politics and Prose, and allegedly it's owned by a speechwriter for Hillary Rotten Clinton. And what's curious about this particular establishment is on the sidewalk outside the establishment is this image of a skull and bones on the sidewalk.
Fucking Masons always got to put their little symbols everywhere. It's like fucking, if you look at the dollar bill, there's an owl on it. Do I have a dollar? No, I don't have a dollar. But like on the dollar bill, there's an owl on it. Like a little tiny owl. They like putting their little symbols on everything they own. Like, everything.
And anyone who...
Go look at like the, what's it called? MTV's studio. It's a Masonic lounge. There's a bunch of weird shit like that. Go to the libraries like in Boston. The one in my city, Fall River. Any like fucking library almost, it's old, like the old ones, they all have like weird Masonic shit everywhere. And then you go to like museums, they're like that too. They all work together, destroying history and putting their little lies in place for us to all be stupid and not know our past.
Who's watched the video, The De-Occulting of John Podesta, is well aware
Maxwell's father.
That the Podesta image that John posted on his own social media account with a 14 on one hand and a fish on the other, in Gematria when decoded it means 322.
See, these fucking Masons
and
can't
when
do
we
anything
enter
normal.
politics and prose, what do we...
I really gotta say though, it's gotta be some form of autism they got, or some kind of retardation or something. Like lizard brain people because they're lizards. Fucking dude, it's not a normal pathway of thinking the way they do that. Like, you think so encoded all the time and everything. It's gotta be fucking, like, I don't know, maddening a little bit. But then again, these people are compartmentalized, so like they all have little box thinking, so they're different people for different things, which I can't get my head around that. I'm too centered to not do that. Fucking what?
See on the stairs.
Go through a traumatic event? No, I will just keep it inside my brain for the rest of my life and suffer.
Leading down to the lower level, children. It's all circumstantial evidence, but at this point, the circumstantial evidence is leading to a pile of smoking gun clues that suggests that not only is Pizzagate real, it's even more horrifying than...
It's Satanism. It's Satanists. And if you go back and start looking at the Finders cult, I love bringing them up all the time. And you look into any of the satanic cults that got busted up there in like the 80s and the 70s and shit. They all talk about these awful things. A lot of poop eating, a lot of babies being eaten and chopped up and stuff while the mother's giving birth to them on the table and shit, talking about like the placenta and stuff and all that fucked up gnarly shit, like stringing up shit through the fucking things and playing in it, eating it. It's fucked up. And it's very common occurrence with these fucking stories. Or having the child go up and cut the heads off kids. Or like they do a baby fight club to death. It is disgustingly fucked. They always like doing it to melanated kids more than they do the white kids. It's there's a big thing behind that too. It goes back to the Moorish and stuff like that.
Eyes wide shut.
Why would this sign be arranged in this way? Think about that. I mean, what are they trying to highlight? The sale of books or the sale of children?
Hiding in plain sight. Look at Voodoo Donut, or like, they're probably gonna bring up fucking Alefantis Comet Ping Pong and shit. They're just shell companies for trafficking kids.
As far as the symbol on the sidewalk outside the store, most of you know that the Skull and Bones Society have a deep-rooted history in the occult and in the CIA. They have been trafficking heroin out of Afghanistan for years, so for this society, trafficking humans is not out of the realms of possibility. Max Spears, a 39-year-old researcher and investigator from the UK, didn't think so either. But he was found dead on a sofa in Poland after his investigation, alleging that the United States Army and deep state operations were involved in a massive international human trafficking ring. Just days before his death, he texted to his...
Like, everybody... And they just sweep it under the rug and doesn't get any publicity. This is why it's finally coming to light. There's too many people now with their eyes on it. That's why they, like, anyone who was involved with the whole, like, Podesta shit coming out during that when Pizzagate was going around, like... the people, everybody got basically away with it, and they somehow got everybody to think it was crazy thoughts. But there's so many videos out there.
Mother, if anything happens to me,
anyone who did reporting on it and stuff, like remember the guy from that did the pizza the shooting, he's magically died not that long ago, like last year, the year before. And then anyone who was involved that like did any journalism, we'll call it wasn't really journalism, it was like doing patsy for the shit. They all got in trouble for like CP, so gross.
Spears' friends who were with him reported that he died in the apartment after he was vomiting black liquid. There was no further investigation.
Poison.
Mysterious deaths surrounding those who were investigating pizza.
It was just this, all the deaths. There's just too many coincidences. People dying, suiciding themselves. That's a term now people use. Suiciding. Suicided. It's you got suicided. That's not a normal word way for it because everybody. Hillary Clinton's known. She has, I think it's like 100 and something people now, but I remember there's definitely at least 75 confirmed people that suicided themselves around her. That's how do you what? There should have been an investigation years ago on her.
Pizzagate and child sex trafficking rings have not only been a theme in this series, but it is becoming a solid proof. And look. If it's hard for you to accept that governmental and non-governmental agencies are involved in human trafficking, take a look at DynCorp International, the private corporation that is contracted by and acts as a mercenary force for America. They have already been charged for human trafficking. It's known, but rarely shared by mainstream media.
I thank the gentleman, the gentlelady from Georgia, Ms. McKinney.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Secretary, I watched President Bush deliver a moving speech at the United Nations in September 2003, in which he mentioned the crisis of the sex trade. The president called for the punishment of those involved in this horrible business. But at the very moment of that speech, DynCorp was exposed for having been involved in the buying and selling of young women and children. While all of this was going on, DynCorp kept the Pentagon contract to administer the smallpox and anthrax vaccines and is now working on a plague vaccine through the Joint Vaccine Acquisition Program.
That's like hiding in plain sight too. Plague vaccine, it's going to cause a plague, not prevent the plague.
Mr. Secretary, is it policy of the U.S. government to reward companies that traffic in women and little girls?
What we're finding now is this trafficking is a lot bigger and a lot more involved politically than we care to look at or the media won't cover. Everybody's afraid because there's some real big heavy hitters that are very influential that are involved.
And the acquisition of the children was for sexual purposes?
Absolutely.
That's disgusting.
Children are sold, and there have been cases. Children are sold up to 70.
I was doing videos on this before, like the storage containers and stuff. It was one of the clip shows I was doing. It's pretty fucked up, and they never can actually catch the people. So I'm pretty sure they're getting tip-offs to like dip out, which that involves a lot of organization and people on the inside.
5 times in one day.
Scary to think about that.
75 different Johns.
Like I said, these people are hiding amongst us, and they're not really hiding. They're literally in plain sight. We just don't see them flipping the mode.
Abuse this child.
It's like American Psycho ass shit, actually. That's dead ass out.
Making the child trafficking industry, or human trafficking, I should say, industry right now makes more money than the illegal drug trade and illegal arms trade combined.
They probably go hand in hand, trading kids for guns. Like low fucking poor countries. They go to like Ukraine, Haiti. You actually see where I'm going with this, and they have guns because they want guns for their little wars. I mean, so they take the children. They have the U.S. Army, well, military, because they're ran by a weird pedophilic, like satanic cabal. And actually, weird. It's awful. I mean, but like, and then they trade, just like they were doing like for the cocaine, for the drug, for the guns back in the day. It's the same trade off. Just instead of it being like the medium's just not guns anymore for cocaine, it's kids for guns. And we make a lot of guns, like Lockheed Martin and shit like that. So, and these people love getting them contracts. Hillary is like a war fucking fiend, like fucking Artemis. Go to the U.S. government, 600,000 to 800,000 people are trafficked across. So, well, it is better because like I made a video the other day saying about like it was 300,000 when I was younger. Last time I looked at that, it was like 10 years ago. Or being moved around, 300 to 500,000 being moved, and there's like the guesstimate is like there's at least 100,000 people I thought in the basement. With that numbers, that's going up to like 250,000 people probably just chilling in basement walls and shit, and in the floor, it's soundproof rooms. Poor people, or they're just going right onto the kill table and dying right after they get purchased. 2% are female and half are children. See how they say that though? There's boys in there too, guys. They always want to like underplay the guys. It's fucked up on that part. Because a lot of these guys, because I think they do it, it's done purposely. Because like these people don't want to come off as gay, and a lot of this weird like Babylonian sex magic shit is a lot of weird fruity stuff. That's why like Aleister Crowley had like a gay lover too to do all this shit. It goes back to the whole idea of Neuro when he cut the balls off that some little twink.
Even after all of the Pizzagate exposure, the people involved in this trafficking ring have never stopped. Rather, they are laughing at us and throwing it all up in
That's where also the ritual of putting people in dresses and shit come from. A lot of that.
Our face. Look at this Department of Homeland Security commercial about human trafficking. Once you recognize the signs, you will recognize this evil everywhere.
Human trafficking is modern-day slavery, and it happens in our own communities. Join the Department of Homeland Security's Blue Campaign to learn how to recognize and report this heinous crime. Your second look could be their second chance.
Any like program that starts off as good for kids eventually gets bought up by these people, and they end up basically doing the opposite because they use it as like a shield. I think we're helping the kids. Like CPS is a perfect example, or like the school photos thing. People are realizing now because Epstein ran all that throughout the schools. They're talent scalloping your kids for fucking them. That's fucked up. Even us, anyone who was in that program, anyone who got the photos taken to school, a lot of them were done through Epstein's fucking shit. The people on the milk cartons disappearing. Those kids ended up all fucking. One of them got back. They were just being tortured, and it had something to do with the guy who actually was putting the faces on there. All that shit. They use manipulation of like I said. I usually use the term. Look at this sick puppy. Doesn't this sick puppy need help? And you want to help the sick puppy. We find out that the money, 90% of the money, isn't going to helping the sick puppy. Not even 10% like it's legally supposed to be. It's not any less, and they'll pay the thing because they're making so much money for you giving them money for the sick puppy. And then they take that money and they go do fucked up shit with it, like this.
This is quite phenomenal.
The charity, unless I know the people running the charity.
What's going on right now, at the pace that it's going on right now. Everything that is being revealed, blown open, and then, is this just coincidence? I don't think it is, folks. I mean, come on. Showing a pizzeria, Pizzagate, human trafficking. Oh, by the way, I'm just seeing this right now. The swirl.
This is expected from the Podestas, after the artwork in Tony Podesta's house was shared with the world by Washington Life.
Him and this weird, there's a lot of these like anthropomorphic humanoids, and they're all like doing weird things, and like a lot, like some of them are like nestling up to this like weird, like it's all weird. Like that's this shit. What do you call this thing? And then there's those pictures with like the weird provocative little girl photos. And there's ones that are even worse when they're near the pool. And there's this other guy, Bassiat. He does all the rapper shit. He fucking like does like it looks like children's scribe drawings, but if you look close enough, there's sigils in all of his art. Really, it's what it is. It's magic being done to magicians. This is the weird thing. This is so he has these all over his place. Him and his brother and all them. they have these things, and they're like weird metallic art. And I forgot who's the guy who did these things. He's the one who did the giant Popeye thing. He has a weird relationship with his wife, and can't remember his name. Jewish dude does art. He made the shiny Popeye statue he's known for. He fucking talks about like his wife. She admitted to this on camera, but she said it was worse shit. So I'm like, what couldn't she admit to? But like him playing with his like a couple-year-old kid, and he wanted to have a three-way. It's fucked up. The whole entire thing. I can't remember the guy's name. He's a famous artist too.
It's a strange and somewhat sickening feeling, isn't it? We have come to learn about the extremely dark worlds of James Alefantis and the Podestas, and after soaking all of that in, and understanding that they adhere to the teachings of Aleister Crowley, it's insane to think that they have been major players in the White House, influencing...
Jeff Koons is the guy I was talking about, the artist. He's a part of all this too, and he makes a lot of their art too. And he's a whole bag of tricks. His wife, like I said, admitted to like that, but then she said further in the interview, I don't want to go on anymore. It's disgusting the shit he wants me to do, and I can't say it on camera. And I'm like, oh. That if she's willing to say she came into a room with him with a baby fondling his balls, that's fucked up. If she can't, what the fuck is she what is she not saying? What the fuck? Probably babies on tables getting birthed and eaten. Some fucked up shit.
Decisions within the United States for decades. We have been living in a dream world, and they have been deceiving us for
taking a colon out of a person and then stringing it like a pink sock, not eating ass.
A very long time. Hollywood certainly plays its role in Pizzagate.
In December 2013,
dude, from like 2008 and upward, I feel like it was a progressive thing. Everybody started putting cheese pizza and pepperoni pizza on everything. Music videos, the way like devil stuff is in everything now. They were putting cheese pizza and everything. Like pop stars were doing it. Like rave sites, like I would buy clothes. They had shirts that are pizza. Like I had one of those shirts. Now that I know what I know now, I'm like, that's fucked up. That's fucked up that they even had us wearing those. That's fucked up.
Macaulay Culkin uploaded a viral video of himself eating a cheese pizza. Many of you may remember this. This, of course, was to promote his new band called The Pizza Underground. Of course...
That's the band from the video I was talking about the other day. That's in the Podesta tapes. This band's fucking weird. This band is fucking weird. They wear like ski masks on their head and they talk about like on stage about how they want to like molest and kill kids.
Now in light of Pizzagate and the DC Comet Ping Pong Pizza Network being exposed online, we can now see this in a new light, and it's disturbing to say the least. The video featured the group performing on a bed of pizza boxes surrounded by pizza checkered walls with members of the group wearing slices of pizza as masks. Masks being yet another indication and blatant reference to this occult satanic world.
Love that. You want this pizza?
See what I'm talking about? It's weird. They were all doing this. They were all doing it. They pulled back on it a lot. Katy Perry.
There have been many actors speaking out.
Remember the Epstein Files guys? They were talking when they talk about jerky, they talk about pie, and they turn the jerky into pie. That's not a normal thing to do.
Against the rampant pedophilia in the industry and around the world. But these are all surface problems. It is clear among the people that Hollywood has been pushing a satanic agenda for some time, that they are glamorizing cannibalism and pedophilia.
Oh my god, there's that weird cake party with Marina Abramovich. She fucking like... oh, it's just a mock thing going on. We're just eating cake. I'm like, this is what you're showing us. I guarantee you, like a Diddy party, around 1 o'clock when the witching hour comes around, you're going to be fucking, like, pulling out small children from, like, weird bookcases that have holes in walls like fucking Seth Green has.
Desensitizing the people to a new future they hope to usher in. The Clintons have been around U.S. politics since most of us were kids.
He was saying,
similar to the Bush family, they are something like American royals. They never seem to leave, and their record for honesty is about as bad as their record of acquaintances. There is another place nearby Comet Pizza. It's called Beyond Borders. It proclaims on its website that it works to end child slavery and violence against girls and...
This is a perfect example of what I was talking about. They take a thing that probably was established right, and then they do this kind of stuff to it. It's a shell company for trafficking people.
The same exact sentiments of the Clinton Foundation. When Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State, Haiti was one of the major focuses of the Clinton Foundation. But there were huge concerns over its corruption. billions of dollars worldwide that was sent to Haiti after the devastating 2010 earthquake simply disappeared.
Well, we have every reason to be mad because the Clintons have destroyed Haiti for the decades. And, you know, they pretend to be our friends when in reality they are our #1 enemies. So they're doing a lot of things. Right now, if there's a millionaire or a billionaire who wants to do business in Haiti, they cannot do anything unless they check with the Clintons. The Clintons are the one who's running Haiti.
What? I keep talking to you guys.
But money wasn't the only thing disappearing.
It goes deep. There are so many kids, and then there's like Oprah, who ran like an organization, and then like a bunch of kids went missing. And then she's like, bye.
From Haiti. A lot of children were too. In fact, even the Clinton Foundation's CEO, Eric Braverman, disappeared. Not long after John Podesta named him as a possible mole within the Clinton Foundation. Well, some of those who were investigating and speaking out against the Clintons' involvement in child sex trafficking in Haiti have ended up that way.
John Ash.
Everybody gets the magical suicide.
Was facing trial for tax fraud. Died June 22nd, 2016, in his house in Westchester County. The UN said he'd had a heart attack, but the local Dobbs Ferry police said his throat had been crushed. Presumably
crushed. Okay, it takes about, I think it's like 15 pounds to crush a trachea.
By a barbell he dropped while pumping iron. He was involved with the Clinton family, as well as art dealing and laundering money through restaurants. And it is very important to note John's link to the highly controversial Art in Embassy program, a operation that allows high-profile people to ship art, and this includes living art, through a private shipping channel that bypasses airport security.
That's a nice fucking couple stomps. And even then, they won't crush it right away. You'll still be able to breathe.
One of the most talked about cases in the Pizzagate scandal, revolving around Haiti and the...
He died of a heart attack. Has crushed windpipe. What the fuck?
Clinton Foundation, undoubtedly, is Monica Peterson.
On November 14th, the Laboratory to Combat Human Trafficking reported that Monica Peterson, investigating the Clintons' involvement in Haiti for the Human Trafficking Center, mysteriously died the day before. Peterson had been highly critical of the Clinton Foundation, writing on her blog, "Hillary Clinton should get far more scrutiny for her scandalous conduct in Haiti. From rigging the March 2011 presidential election for her favored candidate Michael Sweet Mickey
pulling some like Kim Jong-un shit. Like, what the fuck?
Martelli, supporter of the CIA-created death squad, to ensuring that her brother Tony Rodham and a company that barely exists got a sweetheart gold mine concession in Haiti that royally cheated the state of Haiti. In a letter to her friend, Peterson had uncovered two huge trafficking scandals and a social displacement scandal with billions in unaccountable...
Can you picture being the person to cause economic famine to a region and watch them all suffer and kill each other? Like, you gotta be a special kind of fucked up. Like, that's wild. Like, she's literally the reason, like, turned the place to a shithole.
Founded earthquake aid leading directly back to the Clintons. She had just begun investigating the correlation regarding the Clinton Foundation's Caracol Industrial Park complex and its connection to a human trafficking network when her life was mysteriously cut short.
The Haiti Sentinel reported that just 2 days before a major anti-human trafficking sting took place on the island, the Clinton Foundation announced that it would be cutting all programs in Haiti.
The Clinton Foundation just announced on Saturday that it's going to be cutting its programs in Haiti and splitting them into separate entities. This stirred controversy and speculation.
That's the Hydra multiplying its head, making more shell coverage to disperse and hide.
On the internet as to the timeliness of this, because it occurred just a day or so between the Haitian child trafficking bust that rescued 31 girls ages 13 to 17.
She doesn't have to answer any questions right now.
She has scrubbed the server and their emails will never see.
I would think they're going to say it in this, but she fucking destroyed. I say it every time. She did some wild shit to make sure that PC was not recoverable. Like, dropped it in acid, fucking shot it a bunch of times, fucking hit it with magnets.
She was supposed to have her emails separate to begin with. And then she wiped the server clean.
How can you get answers from the ones that were scrubbed?
If there's nothing to hide, why do they always act? I don't think they are.
Conflict of interest concerns have surfaced around presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. Her nonprofit organization got millions of dollars from foreign donors while she was Secretary of State.
The biggest individual donations came from Ukraine.
Wouldn't it at least be fair to look into it and ask these questions about whether or not the giving of foreign money to a foundation that belonged to that family in any way influenced the action that person took as Secretary of State?
The Clintons have made $150 million over the past decade.
Yeah, snatching up kids and ruining lives in whole nation states.
Sidney Blumenthal appeared to be running State Department business.
Mr. Blumenthal's involved.
Because if you control the media on our side, he said they kept telling us for years that other countries do this to them. No, it's another magic trick they do. Misdirect. The mainstream media fucking blows smoke up your ass so fucking hard, it's ridiculous. Like I said, sick puppy. It's actually like almost how they do it is a response to cause trauma in your brain. That's when they show you cute things in between that make no sense, that aren't real news. And like how they don't show you, they show you a story that has nothing really going on in it. It doesn't really pertain to life. It's things that don't really matter.
Was more wide-ranging and more complicated than previously known.
Helping Hillary Clinton in a capacity that nobody knew about.
He's basically the personification of a Clinton insider.
And in all kinds of ways that bring up some very big concerns.
Advising Secretary Clinton on Libya while he had business interests there.
Bottom line here, Blumenthal sent intelligence to an alternate personal email account while being paid by the Clinton Foundation.
Several Gulf states have been donating money to the Bill, Hillary, and Chelsea Foundation.
Tens and tens of millions of dollars from countries with atrocious human rights records.
Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Kuwait, and Brunei.
She's taken money from countries that abuse the rights of women.
All those countries have been criticized by the State Department for violating women's rights.
Sorry, I had to make another copy.
They're expecting something in return. Name one country on this planet in which we have a better relationship with them now than we did in January 2009.
She was the Secretary of State.
Her handling of Benghazi.
Sidney Blumenthal.
She wiped the server clean. And we will never see them.
They decide they're not going to play by the same rules.
She has to answer some very significant questions.
Hold on, watch this, 1 second. Okay, so it wouldn't come up in my search, so I had to like literally look for this. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about, but with just this once. Okay, it's a very big file too, guys. But this is the emails. If someone wants some, I physically have to go meet you. There's no way to. There's 3,000 in here. I think there's more honestly. It's just not loading right. I don't know, but there's a lot to go through. Just wanted to put that out there. Takes a long time to load too. Questioning that too. Okay, back to this.
So let the conversation begin. I have a feeling it's going to be very interesting.
I have a feeling this is going to be very interesting too, and verifiably so. Hillary Clinton is not just linked to the deranged, satanic, and pedophilic characters of James Alefantis and John Podesta, but there are some more notable ones, such as George Soros and Frank Giustra. George Soros, a man who has been called the one-man Illuminati machine, donated millions to the Clinton Foundation for works in Haiti, even making personal visits with Hillary Clinton on several occasions. And I have to say, they both seem a little too excited when they come walking up on these poor little Haitian kids. Frank Giustra, a very well-connected and powerful person, donated over $100 million to the Clinton Foundation. One of his ventures is known as El Pita. Look at the image spray painted on one of the compound walls. Does that look familiar? By now it should. It's the Boy Lover logo, right on the wall at an El Pita project. El Pita, or should we say El Pedophile, just happens to work with refugees. And you will find that the federal international human trafficking agencies are even more sinister than the Child Protection Services. There is also a strong connection between the Clinton Foundation and the British royal family, through the new Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau.
All right, so how does any of this relate to the Royals and the Clintons? Well, you may recall when Justin Trudeau was sworn in as the Prime Minister of Canada, he swore a very lengthy and detailed pledge of fealty to the Queen of England.
I, Justin P.J. Trudeau, do solemnly and sincerely swear that I shall be a true and faithful servant to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II as a member of Her Majesty's Privy Council for Canada. I shall keep secret all matters committed and revealed to me in this capacity, or that shall be secretly treated of in council. Generally, in all things, I shall do as a faithful and true servant ought to do for Her Majesty, so help me God.
What the fuck?
The excuse for this $241.5 million donation to the corrupt Clinton Foundation is supposedly that it will support projects that will provide critical sexual and reproduction health services around the world.
That's weird.
Strange timing for a prime minister to donate over $250 million to a non-profit organization ran in the private sector by a former U.S. president and secretary of state. A time where the trafficking investigation in Haiti was at its highest. It's not just the British royals. There are some big Arab royal families involved in all of this too, and who heavily support the Clinton Foundation. Nations that are known for dark pedophilic tendencies, such as Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia. What's very interesting is that Tony Podesta has big clients among the Arab elite.
I went over to the Red Shoe Club the other day. I think it was yesterday or the day before.
The Podesta Group lobbied for fracked gas to be exported from the United States to foreign partners. That project is funded by the Qataris.
What's up?
In so many ways, all of these pieces fit together in the same puzzle. Huma Abedin, Hillary Clinton's right-hand aide that has been with her for over 20 years after she was brought into the fold out of college, has strong family ties to the Muslim Brotherhood. And Clinton has admitted to receiving big donations, millions of dollars for her pet projects from the Qatari government, members of the Muslim Brotherhood, and especially Saudi Arabia. Just ask yourself why the Podesta Group receives $140,000 a month from the Saudi Arabian government, and why is Tony Podesta a registered foreign agent for Saudi Arabia? Ask yourself why James Alefantis, a pizza shop owner, is close friends with this guy. A guy who clearly has shadowy and deep state relations in Saudi Arabia and with other Arab royals. Many of the young women that were captured by ISIS were sold as sex slaves inside of Saudi Arabia.
Lamia Aji Bashar, an 18-year-old Yazidi girl who escaped her Islamic State group enslavers. As she was trying to escape, her two friends stepped on a landmine. Bashar survived the blast and is now free, but her little 9-year-old sister is still enslaved. It's estimated there are still 3,000 women and girls being held as sex slaves. ISIS is even using technology to keep track of the girls and sell them.
See, that's where I got the idea of the dentist stuff, because people are saying they're removing their teeth for them not to bite. That's why all the dentist offices are all in the storage containers, Epstein's Island, and then all these weird places. I thought it was to put trackers in their mouth. It's a nonchalant way to put a tracker in the mouth, and it's easier than, like, because the ones in your skin will reject eventually. The ones in your mouth, when they put trackers in your teeth, you're fucking fucked.
Terrorists are using encrypted software inside of apps like Telegram and WhatsApp to advertise 12-year-old virgins for sale. The women and children are mostly from the Yazidi community. They were taken prisoner in August 2014 when ISIS fighters overran their villages.
Technology and the ambition of the people to want to know the truth had finally caught up with the Clintons, and Hillary decided to make a public appearance addressing the allegations against her. She chose none other than politics and prose to speak to the people. It's sick how they are throwing it all up in our face and mocking us. Hillary Clinton downplayed the emails and even poked fun at the pizza sex trafficking scandal she was all wrapped up in. And
you can tell it's all choreographed. It's all set up. Like just the presentation and her like her fucking fake ass laugh.
Of course she had to. There has been so much evidence piling up against her, and
she did, like, at one point back in the day, she like faked a fucking country accent. And it's like, what? What?
Bill Clinton, that people from all over America are still to this day calling for her arrest. And the fact they have not been arrested shows how much power they really have. But one of the most condemning evidences in the Clinton sex trafficking connection, one she is having a very hard time separating herself from, is her business relationship with Laura Silsby. Laura Silsby was charged with child abduction and criminal conspiracy for attempting to kidnap 33 children from Haiti. Most of
This
these
is the thing I was talking about.
kids had families. Silsby's
It's fucked up.
representative,
Like,
a
I don't know how she thought she was gonna get away with it.
man by the name of Puela, was also convicted of sex trafficking. Something worth mentioning about Laura Silsby. She just happened to be present at the White House when James Alefantis and the gay porn prostitute stayed there for 2 days.
They stayed in the house? Oh god, they did some weird shit in there. There's some masquerade mask being fucked around with.
Is it possible that they
That's
were
wild.
all attending the same meetings? Considering that the likes of all three of them should have never been spending the night at the White House in the first place, it is certainly possible.
It's weird. Why would they even stay
Now,
in the
after
White
all
House?
of this evidence pointing towards the Clintons' involvement inside and outside of Haiti, and knowing their connection with Silsby and James Alefantis, it brings a whole new meaning to the post from James Alefantis on his Jimmy Comet page. A picture of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles saying, "Whip up."
He has
I
a
hate-
whole bunch of wild shit on his fucking Instagram. And anyone who's connected to him, there's a lot of weird people too that's connected to him. They're all like from like Ukraine, or they're all weird. They're all weird, like always talking about eating kids and shit. It's fucked up.
Special.
It's like the end of this.
Hil-
Okay, well, that's the end of this for today. Have a great day. If you want the emails, just let me know. Have a great day, everyone.